Hello, welcome back to Lil's Vintage World. So, today I have got a London book and gift and souvenir sort of haul for you. So, for Christmas, one of my Christmas presents for my boyfriend was a trip to London. It was a 2-night stay and tickets to go to the theatre, and it was lovely. And then after, so the day that we came back, we went and we picked up our little pup. I call him Pup, he's not a pup. We adopted a dog who's 4 and his name's Charlie, and he's lovely, and he's actually, funny enough, right by my feet. So it was an absolute magical few days. We went from the Sunday, we came back the Tuesday, and obviously we came back with an extra member. Anyway, I am going to crack on and show you what I got from London. So, day 1 was the Sunday. We got there, got to our hotel. A little bit of a problem with parking and stuff, but we sorted it out in the end. If you're wondering why we drive to London, it was because we were picking up Pooch on the way back, and it just makes everything a bit easier when you're like me and you get travel sick, because you can stop whenever you need to. Anyway, got there, sorted all that out, and then we just went walking around. Sunday was kind of like our free day, our free for all day, where we could just do what we want. So we walked to Buckingham Palace, and then we just had a mooch around London, and then we went to Piccadilly Circus, and we went to the Waterstones at Piccadilly, and oh wow. I don't know if you've ever been to the Waterstones at Piccadilly, but it was just incredible. It is absolutely huge, like ridiculously huge, like 4 floors, 5, 6, something ridiculous. It was amazing. And of course I bought a few things. So I'm going to show you what I got. First of all, I got this tote bag. This is a Penguin Books Agatha Christie, The Body in the Library tote bag. I have been eyeing this up for quite a long time, but I never bought it because I've always had tote bags, but I forgot to bring tote bags to London, which genius. Yeah, so I got that because I had to have something to carry my books in, and I'd rather have a tote bag than anything else. I find that these bags are really sturdy, and they've got one of these clippy things in, so it makes it a bit better for walking around in. So I picked up 3 books. Honestly, I could have bought so many in there. It's absolutely ridiculous. First one that I got was The 101 Dalmatians and Starlight Barking by Dodie Smith, with illustrations by Alex T. Smith. My boyfriend actually saw this and pointed it out to me. He was like, look at the cover of this. And then I flicked through it and it's got illustrations in it. And I was just like, oh, I really want to read that, because I have never read 101 Dalmatians or Starlight Barking for that matter, and I really wanted to, so I got my hands on that and I haven't read that one yet, but I know I will do. Then I went up to the 2nd floor. I'm not sure in all fairness. There was a floor and it's pretty much just like classic crime and just crime books, and I was absolutely in my element. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'd have already seen the shelf, the bookcase of dreams. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram and you can see lots of London pictures. But they had this bookcase and it was just Agatha Christie facsimiles, and I was just in my absolute element. I didn't know which one to pick up, and then at one point I thought I'm not going to get any, but in the end I did. I picked up Sad Cypress, which is one of my favourite Agatha Christie books. I am going to do a video on my favourite Agatha Christies at some point. It's just having the time to really think about it, because I think it's going to be quite a difficult video for me to do. So I picked this one up just because it's one of my favourites and I fancied rereading it. And my covers that I've shown before, which I'll link the video up here somewhere, those covers are beautiful, yes they are, but if you keep reading them too much, the pages fall out. So I wanted something a bit more sturdy, and I love these. These are like my dream ones to own, like all the facsimiles of these. I think they're lovely. So I treated myself to that, because I know that's definitely a treat purchase, because they're not that cheap. They're like £12.99 I think. And then something that I've never seen in a bookshop before, and I was absolutely amazed and I was just so happy to find it, was a Patricia Wentworth. They actually had a Patricia Wentworth like little section on a shelf, and I was like, what on earth? I've never seen them in a bookshop before. but this one was just so big that they accommodated them, and I was so happy. And I was like, I don't know which one to get, because I knew I wanted to get one. So I picked up Anna, Where Are You? Which, as you can see, I am currently reading. I'm just using a receipt. I've got so many bookmarks. Yeah, I've picked up a random receipt and started to use that. Don't know why. But yeah, so I'm currently on chapter 22, page 182, and I'm really enjoying it. It's really, really good at the moment. And it's about a woman called Anna, who's not really good at making friends, but she has this friend called Thomasina, who she's known since school, and they write to each other. And then suddenly Anna stops writing, but she sends Thomasina her trunk of winter clothes, and Thomasina's like, well, where is she? And she enlists Miss Silver to kind of help find her. I'm really enjoying it at the moment, but at the moment it's kind of lacking a really like gory murder mystery. That makes me sound terrible, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. So those are the books that I got. I thought it was quite well restrained, actually. I didn't go too nuts, which I thought was very good for me. And then on the Monday, I had quite the itinerary planned. So to start with, Persephone Books. So we got the tube and we went to Persephone Books. Persephone Books is a bookshop based in London, and they're a publisher as well. And they publish books that, for whatever reason, have gone out of print. They're mostly print books by women, but they do print books by men as well. And my favourite book of all time, which is Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day, is a book published by Persephone Books. So yeah, I picked up 2 books. Funnily enough, the first book that I picked up is not a Persephone book, but they started to sell other little books as well. I think they said books we wish we published. So I picked up Great Women Who Made History by Kate Pankhurst. Of course I picked this up. I picked it up and flicked through it. And my boyfriend like, do you want it? And I was like, yes. And he was like, get it. And yeah, it's just lovely. And I think that'll look really cool on my shelves, because I've got these cool shelves and I think it'll look awesome on there. And then the book that I really wanted to get from Persephone, because they release like 2 books every so often, was this new one. It's called The Call, and it's by Edith Ayrton Zangwill. Not quite sure how you pronounce that, but you can't really see what it is. There isn't a blurb. It's number 129, and it is a fictional book about the suffragettes. So of course that is why I wanted it, because any book on the suffragette I am all over, let's be honest. Then next on the itinerary was to do the British Museum. I haven't done the British Museum before, and it was huge. It was absolutely huge, and it was really busy as well. I think we're quite surprised how busy it was, and I don't like places that get that busy. So we didn't stay too long in there. We did stay a couple of hours, but literally you could spend the whole day there because it's absolutely huge. I went into the gift shop and I picked up this. This is a travel card holder. It's a card holder essentially, and it's got like London landmarks on it. If it will focus, yes. So you can see it's got like British Museum and like Big Ben, etc, etc on. So I got this quite simply because I lost my last Oyster card. So we go to London like once every year, once every 2 years or something. We don't live too far from London. And the last Oyster card that I have is in this house somewhere. I just don't know where. I've lost it. And I thought, well, if I've got this, then I can't lose my Oyster. So Oyster card in the case, because I'm less likely to lose this, aren't I? Well, that's the theory anyway. That was only £1.99 as well. I thought it was really nice, and it's London landmark, so I thought it will stand out and hopefully I won't lose it. Although I'll still probably lose it because it's me, let's be honest. Then next on the itinerary for the Monday, am I saying that right? Itinerary. Is that right? That doesn't sound right, does it? Next on the itinerary for Monday was the Museum of London, because I knew that they had a little suffragette bit going on, and I was like, I really want to go and see that. And they did, and they had some like original hunger strike medals, and my mind was just like going absolutely berserk. So of course I picked up a few things, starting with this tote bag, because this was Monday and I didn't bring another tote bag, so I got this one. I've got a replica of this ticket, but this is it done in a tote bag. So it says suffragette demonstration, come and hear Mrs. Pankhurst, George Lansbury and others in the Bow Palace, Bow Road, Sunday, November 24th at 3 p.m, etc, etc, etc. And yeah, it's just really nice. Good quality. Happy about that. I picked up some other bits and bobs as well. I picked up a piece of art which I thought was just beautiful. It's quite big. There it is. It says Votes for Women, and as you can see there's all different women. Women with placards, women with like sandwich boards, women being taken off by policemen. They did have this as a mug as well, but I preferred the print and I wanted to be quite controlled and not to go completely wild. Like I really could have gone completely wild because they did have a replica of a hunger strike medal, but it was £165. I was just like, I can't justify £165. This was only £10 and it is beautiful. It's by an artist called Alison Gardner, and I think I'm going to check out her stuff because this is just beautiful. And can you imagine it on my suffragette shelf behind me? I think that'll look really good, so I'm going to get a frame for that. And then I picked up another couple of bits. I picked up the suffragettes. This is the Penguin Classics. You know, they're only £1. Different little articles and stuff. I'd wanted this for quite a long time, but I haven't seen it to pick it up. And then I also picked up Votes for Women Toffee Hammer Pin Badge, which just looks like this. This is a replica of brooches that were worn by the suffragettes. So you may know, suffragettes went and smashed things, smashed windows, etc. And they used to wear little badges like this to show that they are like a window smasher, because this is quite easy to like hide over like your collar or like your lapelly thing. So yeah, I really liked that, and that was £3.50. And then also on the Monday we went to see The Mousetrap. I've wanted to see The Mousetrap for as long as I can remember, and it was so worth the hype. I read the book a few years ago. I read the play a few years ago, and I loved it. I thought it was incredible. But it'd been such a long time, I couldn't remember who did it. And I got there and I was like, I can't remember who did it. I was flicking through the programme. I was like, who on earth did it? I can't remember. So it was actually quite a nice surprise when it was revealed. And I have to say, it was absolutely amazing. It is so worth the hype. I can see why it's been going for such a long time. Hashtag keep the secret. It was just incredible. And funny enough, I put up a picture on Instagram. I also put up a picture on Twitter. And on Instagram, it got liked by one of the actors in the show, and on Twitter it got liked by another one of the actors in the show, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. But it is so amazing. So if you do get a chance to go to London and watch The Mousetrap, please do, because it's incredible. And of course I picked up the programme. This is the programme to the one that I went to see. They changed them as the actors change, obviously, but it was brilliant. It was so good, and it's just so worth it. It was absolutely incredible. And that's my third show that I've seen at the West End. I've seen Phantom of the Opera, 39 Steps, and then The Mousetrap, and I'm going to be honest, I think that's my favourite one. Phantom of the Opera was really hard to beat, but I do think that was it was so me, yeah, incredible. So that was all the things that I got in London, and then obviously we came back, and you can't see down here, but we got Charlie Pup, who's now asleep, bless him. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this haul. I will try and leave links for like books, etc. And anything else that I can find in the description bar below. And please have a chat to me in the comments about all things London, and just generally have a chat to me, because I love talking to you. And that's it. So I hope you're all well, take care, and I shall see you for next video. Bye!